Hey guys, what is going on? And I'm going to turn off this light. I always had this light on when I first start the videos. Anyways, first I want to show you my goat shirt. Check out my goat shirt. It's awesome. Very awesome. Very funny. It's awesome. Anyways, let's put you through the hallway so I don't get the stupid light in the background. Anyway, let's talk about the movie I checked out called Last Rampage. Check this movie out. It was really, really cool. It was on Netflix, and I talked about in a video, I think I talked about 8 Mile. Or did I talk about something else? I don't know. But whatever video I talked about, I'm going to talk about in here because it's relevant. The other videos are vlog time, so if you didn't check out my vlog time videos, you're not going to know about it. So there's a new way I do of doing Netflix. Now today, I did a little bit differently. So I'll kind of tell you that way. But previously, I have a thing called, I think it's a randomizer. I think it's like You Choose or something like that. I can't remember what the name of the app is. It's a really cool thing. It's like blue circle. It's like arrows going in like some funky direction, like square, like, I don't know, it's weird looking. But if you see that, that's the one I got. It's really good. I like it. It has different choices. Like it has like a dice. You can go by words. You can put different things in choice thing. You can make a list. So I made a list of movie genres and also put movies to watch. Now at first I thought that was the way I was going to go, but today I did it differently. But I will tell you the way I did it. The way I was doing it was I would put the genre in, I would pick it, and then I would go and I would hit the dice option, and I would roll the dice virtually on the phone, and it would pick, what number it is. So I'd start in the very top one, which basically suggested for me movies to watch, and I would go randomly do it. Like I'd pick 2, I'd go to the second movie and do it, add it to the list, and I would do that for about 5 movies. Well, today I did a little bit differently because if I do that, that's fine. I can type them in manually, add to the list. But this might be a little better. It might more just revolve around the genres and then use the dice and then just adding it to my list. The only thing about this that I had a problem with today was adding TV shows. So I think I'm going to have to kind of add some TV shows to it. And then once I watch it and after I rate it, then hopefully they'll go away. But what I want to do is just add it to my list and then be able to just do the randomized dice thing and just pick one, watch it, and then remove it from my list. So a lot of things on my Netflix thing is things that I probably won't watch. But what I will do is try and watch at least 1 or 2 TV shows a day when I get home, and then try and watch a movie at some point. So Last Rampage is the one I'm going to talk about today. It has Robert Patrick in it. So I first saw Robert Patrick. I'm like, this is going to be a decent movie because he's a pretty good actor, and for the most part, he does pretty well in all his movies. So I was like pretty excited, and I seen Heather Graham, and I seemed like that was a pretty familiar name. And I don't remember what she was in. I don't know if she was in Baywatch or something, maybe. But she had makeup on. So you really couldn't even tell it was Heather Graham. She played his wife in the movie. Basically, what happened, this is a true story. It's about, I guess the whole thing it's called Last Rampage, I think The Escape of Gary Tyson. Gary Tyson is the name of the man that Robert Patrick plays. This is a true story, evidently, because I thought it was fake, but at the end they're actually showing like actual, photo footage of what this happened, and basically it looks like it's pretty close to what actually happened. And there was a lot of dumb things in this movie where it really does make like somebody probably thought that way and thought they could get away with it that way. So it really does make sense that somebody might actually think to do something like that in 1978, which I think is around the time that this was going on. Because I think they say 1978 a lot in the movie. It may be 1968, but I'm pretty sure it's 1978. I think they reference Carter, and I don't know if Carter was in president at the time or Nixon. I can't remember. But I thought they referenced one of those two. But anyways, it's basically a movie about this guy escaping from prison. I'm not giving anything away because this happens pretty early in the movie. His sons, who he knows, but they never really spent time with him. The only time they spent with him is when they go to the prison and see him. And they would see him every weekend. They go on Sunday, supposedly, that they said, and, they go there. I think the way they acted, like she said, that they would go to church and they would go see their dad on Sunday. That's what they would do every single Sunday. And so I guess one Sunday, things happen, and supposedly the mom didn't know about it. But I guess as they got older, they didn't really go visit him. And she, I think, may continue to go see him every Sunday, but I don't think they really did. I don't really know. They didn't really go into detail. But anyways, one Sunday, I guess, one time, they go in and they break him out of prison, basically, at the beginning of this movie. So you see that kind of the relationship develop. But what happens at the beginning of the movie is he ends up being with this other guy, and he ends up bringing this other guy with him when they escape. And like I said, I'm not giving away because this pretty much happens at the very, very beginning of the movie. But you see the relationship between the sons and Robert Patrick's character, Gary Tyson, kind of develop through this movie. And it really is the fact that, like I said, they haven't really got to know him very well. He's been in prison probably almost their entire lives, or for a good portion of their lives. And when he was there, it just seemed like there was some disconnect and stuff. There was even one part where one of the boys seems to not want to be a part of it anymore, and something happens, and then the end of the movie comes. So, but the movie overall, I would say it was an interesting movie. It wasn't the greatest movie you could ever watch, but knowing that it's a true story, it kind of adds to it. But at times it does get a little boring because you think that. You would think that they would have gotten away, and it seems like they stop way too many times, and they just would have gotten a. That's a must for a second. Like I thought it was all car there. Anyway, but my wife's gonna be home anytime. I always talk about that in my videos. But yeah, Last Rampage. Seems like it's a pretty okay movie. Robert Patrick, Heather Graham. There were some other people in there that I recognized, but I didn't know what their name was. And even I think the sheriff that put him in jail a long time ago, he ends up being a part of the movie. He's at the beginning, and then you kind of don't see him for the longest time, and then he pops up in the middle of the movie. I'm like, where was he the whole other time? Like they would kind of flash to him every once in a while, but they would didn't get really involved until like halfway through the movie. It's like, Jesus Lord. And like I said, I'm not really giving anything away because a lot of it is just like drawn out, and you're seeing the relationship between the sons and the father and this other guy that's randomly there, and things that they're doing that the sons are like questioning and wondering why they even broke him out of prison in the first place. And just things that are happening in the movie. And like I said, it's a pretty decent movie. Robert Patrick, if you know who he is, he's not a bad actor. He's just, he's one of those actors where he's probably in some movies that you probably would enjoy, but you just wouldn't consider him a top actor. But I think he is a pretty good actor. Everything he's in has been pretty decent, I mean, I think the big one that he's been in was, he played, well, the top one would be, I guess if you wanted to say the top ones that I could think of, would be Terminator 2. He played the plasma or liquid guy, whatever, in that movie. And then plus he also played in X-Files. I believe the last two or the last season of X-Files, he was Scully's partner in the show. So, and I've never really seen that whole entire season, but it seemed like, and I think Mulder might have came back at the very, very end of that show to kind of finish the show off, but I'm not quite sure. But overall, this movie was pretty good. Last Rampage, like I said, if you have some time to kill, if you happen to see the movie, even if you see it like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree, if they ever have it, it's not a bad movie. I don't know if I would own it, but if it's something that I've seen on a streaming thing or on TV one time, and if I've never seen it before, this is one I would recommend that you just check out. Like if it's cheap. Like don't rent it at Redbox for like $4 or something, or don't buy it for $20 if if it's only this and another movie. Like it wouldn't be worth that. And it's not even worth $10 to me. I think this is a good 374 movie that would be in that bin. Even though lately they've had some pretty good movies in that bin. But yeah, last Rampage, the escape of Gary Tyson, I guess is the whole name of the thing. But the main thing on Netflix said the last Rampage. So I think I said last escape a second ago. Last Rampage, and like I said, Robert Patrick is the main star in the movie. He's really the one that they kind of focus on, and also the sons they show a lot. But I don't know if any of the sons are really popular. One of them seemed like they look familiar, but I don't know. Maybe they're in something else I've seen. Probably other like low budget movies on Netflix. But anyways, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope it helps you to determine if you see this on Netflix, if you want to watch it or not. That's all I've got to say. Keep rocking and keep on watching Netflix. Later.